hòstia. Sí, sí.
Bona tarda a tothom. Benvinguts a la roda de premsa del tècnic del Futbol Club Barcelona, Xavi Hernández. Comencem.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the press conference with Barça head coach Xavi Hernández.
Què tal, Xavi? Bona tarda, Marc de Barça TV. Demà visiteu el camp del Sevilla.
Tomorrow, you will go to the Sánchez Pizjuán. It's always one of the most difficult stadiums. Seeing everything that's been discussed recently, do you think it's a difficult game where Lopetegui will implement some changes? Yeah, tomorrow we have an away game that is going to be difficult. We already know from previous seasons how hard it is to win there. They're a Champions League caliber team. Lopetegui works his team very well. It'll be difficult.
Que els he vist els tres, doncs jo crec que és enganyós, no? S'han merescut molt més, sobretot el dia, inclús a Barcelona, fins i tot a casa del Madrid, jo crec que era per treure més punts, però bé,
unfair start to the season. They should have more points.
Bé, el nivell d'activació d'ells serà inclús més fort, més agressius, més intensos.
I think they'll come out more aggressive, more intense, and they know they're going to push us. We need to try to implement our style, dominate the ball.
Intentar
nothing new. We need to show our best version in order to get the 3 points. It'll be a big test for us.
Què tal, Xavi? Ramon Salmurri de Catalunya Ràdio, en directe a Catalunya Informació. Ahir es va tancar el mercat, l'esforç del Barça ha estat evident, no sé quin cosa et deixa, si estàs satisfet del tot.
The transfer market is closed. Are you happy with your current squad?
Una mica alliberat, no? També.
Yeah, I feel a little bit liberated.
De fitxatges, no? Tant per les sortides com per
les entrades. Both with regards to the players that have come in and that have gone out. The club has made a tremendous effort. Mateo, Jordi, and the entire technical staff were very content, very happy with the job done. We have a competitive squad. Now we need to prove it, and we're going to try. We're going to try to compete for everything with the squad, which is the objective. Like I said, at the Gamper, with all of the excitement of the fans, we now need to prove ourselves out on the pitch, which is the most difficult. But the club tried to get the best possible team together, and I'm very satisfied. With the arrival of Marcos Alonso, where does that leave Jordi Alba, given the interest of Inter? Are you going to talk with him? And do you know if he's annoyed by what has been leaked through the press? Jordi is another player of the squad. He'll be important for us. He's a player that is key with his experience and his talent, his commitment to the group. And as a captain, I have no complaints. He'll play for sure. There'll be sanctions and injuries. So no player is safe from anything. So in the end, the players that will play will be the players in their best condition. It'll be based on meritocracy. Look at the titles that he's won. And we want to make sure that the team benefits from all the players.
Hola, Xavi, bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
Santi Valle, Cadena Ser. La semana pasada te preguntaba por el mercado.
Last week I asked you about the transfer market. You said there were 3 possible scenarios: the best, the intermediate, and the worst. In what rank is Barça at the end of this market, and what was missing? Well, clearly in between best and the intermediary, because one player was missing.
Xavi, bona tarda. Joan Batllori, Cadena COPE.
Pero, perdona, pero dicho esto,
excuse me, but
super satisfecho.
Like I said, I'm super satisfied. I have no complaints. The club made a titanic effort to get the transfers that we wanted. Also, the financial levers helped us, and I'm very satisfied and happy with the job done.
Te quería preguntar por Gerard Piqué, que en las
wanted to ask you about Gerard Piqué.
Está sufriendo un acoso mediático por parte de
He
determinados medios
suffered
del
an intense persecution by the paparazzi. How's he currently? And do you think the current situation is affecting him or could affect him as a player? He's calm. He's training well. In particular, this week, he trained very well. Yesterday, he had a very positive training session for him personally, for the team as well, but for him personally as well, and he's going to help us. Like I said, I'm not bothered by any of the players that are staying, that have stayed in the end. We're one big family, and we all need to row in the same direction. With regards to his personal life, I want to make sure that he's happy, that he's happy with his family and his friends, and that he comes with joy to the training sessions. With regards to his personal affairs, I don't want to get involved unless he needs our help. We're here to help him. But from footballistic perspective, I have no complaints, and I'm certain that he will help us.
Hola, mister. ¿Qué tal? Buena tarde.
Buena tarde.
Segura de Radio Marca. Me gustaría preguntarte por Memphis.
I wanted to ask you about Memphis. Yesterday there was a lot of talks about a possible transfer. I don't know how close he was to an exit, and can you explain what his role will be now that he stayed? Yeah, I spoke with Memphis 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he's a player that's very appreciative. It's easy to talk to him. He has a lot of experience based on his age. He's a natural leader. He's fully committed with the club and the team. He's a winner. He trains well. His minutes will depend on him, on his performance, on how he trains. And us as a staff will decide, with like all the players, Memphis, Jordi, we all start from zero, and as of now, the players will play that are in the best condition. You have all of the positions doubled in the squad, and you only have one position with 3 players. The left back. Can you explain further that position with regards to Balde and Jordi? I want Jordi here in the team as a captain and as a person. I'm very close to him. I think he's a leader. He'll help us a lot, whether he plays or not. I have no doubt when it comes to his commitment to this team, and I never thought that he was going to exit. And also, last year we had Alves, Sergio Roberto, and Dest, and we managed it very well. There's games for all the players. This year, the calendar is even more compressed, so there will be opportunities and games for all the players. Jordi, we can change him in different systems. Balde as well, he can play up higher. Marcos can play in different positions. They're multifaceted players who are good to have alternative technical schemes, tactical. Although in this case, yes, we have 3 players for 1 spot.
Hola, Xavi. Ricardo Rossetti para GoalPlay.
Hola.
Me gustaría preguntarte por Piqué, no solo por lo que
ask you about Piqué,
sino añadiendo el tema deportivo. El año pasado cuando se lesionó fue una baja muy importante para
last year when he picked up an injury, it was an important player missing.
Tiene más competencia. Me gustaría
Now
por
he has more competition.
Y si las
How is he? Is he 100%?
Están sobre la mejor versión de Gerard Piqué.
And is your decision, will it be based on the best possible Piqué? No, my decisions are based on tactical decisions. In the end, I need to decide. When Piqué plays, he'll probably ask me why Araujo isn't playing, or Koundé. At the end, 11 players will play, plus 5 subs, and the players that play will be the players that are in the best condition, like always. It could be Piqué, Jordi. There'll be a lot of debate whether they'll help or not. They're captains, and they'll help us for sure, whether they play or not. Their commitment with the squad and the club is undoubtable. There won't be any problems, whether they play or not, so don't worry about that.
Jordi Blanco.
Sí, hola, buena tarde. Jordi Blanco de ESPN.
Buena tarde.
Usted se marchó del Barça en la temporada 2014.
You left Barça in the 2014-15 season.
En el equipo a jugar más o menos la mitad de partidos de titular y de minutos.
You played half of the games as a starter. Probably that's when you noticed that the best option was to leave. Could that be the case with one of your ex-teammates, such as Piqué, Busquets, Alba? It'll happen to all the players. And Pedri, when he'll be 34.
Es que le va a pasar a todo el mundo.
That's what happens to all players.
No es fácil de ver.
It's not easy to
decidir, no es fácil
decide that or to live that. The moments are difficult. Like it happened with me. I had an offer to continue 3 more years with 35 years, but I decided it was my moment to leave. We all decide what our moment is to leave, depends on a contract or condition, but it happens to all of us, and it will continue to happen. That's the law of life. Unfortunately, we don't live forever.
Anaïs.
Hola, Xavi. Bona tarda aquí. Anaïs Martí de La Vanguardia. Ahir el club va fer oficial l'arribada d'Héctor Bellerín.
The club yesterday made the arrival of Bellerín official. Marcos Alonso is still waiting the official announcement. Could you explain to us what they'll bring to the squad? Yeah, I wanted pure wingbacks. That's what was urgently needed. And the right back was needed because we didn't have a pure right back, and Bellerín was formed here. He's a great professional. He's a good teammate, and I think he'll help us. And Marcos, the same. He has a certain age, but he comes from the Premier League, and a team like Chelsea will help us a lot. He can play in different positions, so I'm very happy. We needed to strengthen those positions, and the club has managed to do so.
Ferran.
Hola, Ferran Martínez de Mundo Deportivo. Has parlat de palanques...
You spoke about financial levers
oferir-te aquesta plantilla.
To strengthen the squad. Personally, as a coach, do you feel more pressure than last season to win titles? Oh, it's the same. I feel pressure each and every day. That comes with the job of being a Barça coach. When you win, it's the best, and when you lose, it's difficult, and unfortunately, you can't go out on the street. I know where I'm at. I know the pressure that is upon me. Unfortunately, it's that way, but I like it. I'm very competitive. I'm a big Barça fan. I know how this club works. And if I see, if I would see things aren't working, I would stay at home, but that's not the moment right now. The club has made a big effort. We have a lot of competition within the squad. We have a great squad, able to compete for everything, and the ball will dictate my future. But the feeling so far, the vibes are good, and I'm optimistic.
Bona tarda, Xavi. Laura Magrià de Televisió Espanyola. Has hablado de Héctor Bellerín, de Marcos Alonso.
You spoke about Bellerín, Marcos Alonso. Marcos Alonso still needs to be registered. Tonight, the registration for the Champions League will close. Do you think he'll make it on time? Yes, the same with Koundé. We're optimistic that everything will be solved before midnight. We're optimistic. We need to wait, of course. But yes, I'm happy with Marcos, with Bellerín. Both will help us a lot. But we're waiting. With the club, we're convinced that we'll be able to register them for the Champions League.
Hola, Xavi, buena tarde.
Hola.
David Ibáñez de Mediaset. Muchos dicen, le están haciendo un plantillón a
Many say Xavi's got a massive squad. You say your one player missing. Was that Bernardo Silva? Well, they made a great squad for Barça, the club. And of course, you will blame me if we don't win. I'll get the blame. All of us, the technical staff, the players made a tremendous effort and sacrifice to come here. It's been a difficult transfer market, and many of the players are here now that I asked for at the beginning of the summer. I can't talk about the players that I don't have. I'm happy with all the players that I have here, and I'm going to compete for everything. I'm going to talk about players that aren't here. I'm going to talk about the players that are here. We're happy to have all of the players here with us in order to compete for the titles.
Xavi, bona tarda. Josep Soldado para la Sexta de Antena 3. De las bajas, de los que se han ido, no sé si
the players that have left, I don't know if you feel a bit bad for Aubameyang. It was necessary for the club's financial situation, given his last week here, the way the players said goodbye. You would have liked them to have stayed? Yeah, I feel bad for all the players that left. All of them were professional players, including those that I said in May I didn't count on them. They trained very well. They had respect. They had a great attitude. I have had no problems with any of the players. Yes, in particular, Aubameyang. I feel bad because he helped us a lot. He was an example on and off the pitch. He made a big difference. Just look at his numbers. As a person, he's a jewel. Always training with a smile on his face. And yeah, it's a shame because these kind of players you want to have on your squad, but it was a good opportunity for him, for the club as well, but we needed to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and in the end, I think we're all happy. But yeah, I feel bad as a trainer to lose a player like Aubameyang. He was an example for the entire club and all players.
Hola, Xavi. Ivan San Antonio, de LaLiga Sport. És el segon mercat de fitxatges
It's the second transfer market where you work with Jordi and Mateo. We know the work, the track record of Mateo, but I want to talk about Jordi as well, about his importance and his work, seeing how things are finished. Well, we're a team, and I'm very comfortable here within the club and the people I work with, the president, technical staff. We have a lot of confidence in each other. They are very good at their jobs. And Jordi is a very loyal person, and he has so much experience. We talk about certain players that we would like or players that have to leave. And whether Barça is in great hands under Jordi and Mateo.
Hola, Xavi, aquí el Bernal del diari Ara. Bona tarda. Bona tarda. Hem parlat molt de les sortides, de les entrades. Jo et volia preguntar per un jugador que va la temporada passada
and the players that have come. I want to talk about Eric Garcia. You talk about what you like from him, the way he brings the ball up.
Però a banda d'això, què ha canviat amb Eric? Perquè aquesta temporada
what has changed
com a titular, jugant els 90 minuts i fent-ho també.
With Eric from last season to have started 3 games in a row? Nothing. It's the same answer as what I said before. It's his output. He gives us a lot of security. He always chooses the right option. In the defensive line, he's very alert. He pays attention for the full 90 minutes. At just 22 years of age, he could be a captain. I don't need to correct a lot with him. Training players like Eric is a luxury. And he has a lot of competition, but he's executing and playing at a very high level.
Hola, Xavi. Jordi de TV3. Abans ho preguntàvem pel Jordi Cruyff. Jo em vull centrar en la figura
We asked about
del Mateu alemany, tot i que n'has
Jordi
parlat globalment.
Cruyff. When I asked about Mateo Alemany,
A l'audiència van demanar per quina nota li posarien per la feina que ha fet el Mateu.
we'd like to know what mark or grade you would give Mateo
voldria saber la teva nota i per què.
What grade and why? I would give him an excellent.
Doncs primer perquè va de cara.
First, because he always
té molta experiència, té mà esquerra, sap negociar.
He's straightforward.
Delega molt.
He has a lot of experience. He knows how to delegate.
Amb nosaltres, a l'estaff,
With
realment
us
és una persona
and the
que
staff.
estàs a gust.
He's just a person with who I feel very comfortable. Whether you're 1 or 3 hours
que et sents protegit.
in a meeting with him, you feel
Molt vàlida, molt.
very productive, and he's very valuable within the footballing world.
Realment estic molt a gust, insisteixo.
I'm very comfortable with him, both with Jordi, Mateo, and the president. I think we form a great team, and I'm very pleased.
Hola Xavi, bona tarda. Marcel
Bona tarda.
Becker, de TNT Esports de Brasil. Voldria una anàlisi teva sobre aquesta finestra de fitxatges.
I wanted to ask your analysis on this transfer window.
Els fitxatges més cars, 8 es van produir a la Premier, dels 10 equips que
It was one of the most expensive signings in the Premier League.
que puja de la segona ha pogut gastar més diners que el Barça, el Bayern o el Paris Saint-Germain. Per on tu creus que això
Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern also spent a lot.
que passarà amb el temps, amb aquest domini de
What do you make of all this? And the Premier spending so much money.
Aquí hi ha moltes coses, no? Aquí, clar, ells tenen els diners perquè també hi ha...
You need to have the money, and the television rights come into play. Then the
un problema també aquí dins d'Espanya.
taxes here also is a problem in Spain, and there's a lot of factors involved. But they have more
Més pressupostos.
acquisition power. They have a higher budget.
Al final,
That's it.
Si gasten és perquè tenen.
If they spend it, it's because they have it.
Nosaltres hem gastat, però perquè hem
We've
fet les
spent
palanques
it,
de
but
temes
because we needed
de televisió,
financial help
hem
in
hagut de
selling off some of our assets.
aquest recurs, no?
We had
comodí. Bé,
that joker, if you will,
se'ls gasten com creuen que
and they spend it the way they see fit.
on va tot això. No sé quina tendència ni cap on
I
va.
don't know what
Jo crec que
the future holds. I don't know what the trends
tema d'impostos també
will take us.
jo crec que és una barreja de
I think it's a mix of
que fa que la situació sigui més
everything.
per la Premier que per la Lliga en aquest cas.
And in this case, the Premier League is outperforming La Liga.
Ara has dit, i de fet fa uns dies també ho has dit, que
You said
clarament aquesta temporada és títols.
that the objective of this season is winning titles.
Però si pel que sigui no s'aconsegueixen títols a
But
final de curs,
if no titles are won,
seria un fracàs. Sé que la
would it be
maca, però tu consideraries ja que a aquestes altures un
a disaster
no tenir títols?
with this squad not to win any titles?
Pugui tenir una temporada per bona. Gràcies.
Mira,
Or-
fem una cosa, anem a pensar que guanyem, va.
Well, let's do something. Let's just think and take for given that we will win titles. And if we don't, then we'll see.
Millor ser positiu, no?
But I want to be positive.
Hola Xavi, ¿qué tal? Carlos Monfort, en directo para el Twitch de Gigantes. Me gustaría saber cómo hubieras reaccionado si a
I'd
uno
like to know how you would have
el primer día de
reacted
hubieran dicho que 2 meses más tarde
if
tendrías
in the
el
beginning
equipo que tienes hoy. Gracias.
of the transfer market, they would tell you how you would have reacted if at the beginning of the transfer market you would have ended up with the team you have now. Well, like I told you, satisfied, happy with the work done.
Desde presidente a staff.
From the president to the staff. I was also involved a lot. We worked as a team, so happy. Yeah.
Del escenario, ya he dicho,
Like I told you, in terms of the best and worst case scenario, we're right at the best and the middle scenario. So I'm very satisfied with how the squad has turned out.
Hola Xavi, Jorge Agüero de Radio Nacional de España.
Hola.
Preguntarte por el Sevilla y por la situación de
I wanted to ask you about Sevilla and Lopetegui's situation. He's won titles, but already now, after the third match day, the fans want him out. What do you make of this?
Un poco lo que he dicho antes,
Well, that's what I said before.
Yo creo que han merecido mucho más.
I think they deserve much more than what they've achieved right now. Just 1 of 9, I don't think is a right reflection.
La pena y la desgracia de
And
los
it's
entrenadores es que
a shame
los resultados son los que marcan, ¿no?
that for coaches, the results
Para mí es una de las referencias que
dictate our futures.
de cómo
Lopetegui
de cómo trabaja
has shown
defensivo,
how good he is as a coach, offensively, defensively. He's done a great job everywhere he's gone, and also here with Sevilla, but the results dictate our future. That's unfortunately how things work, but there's a lot of recency bias amongst the fans. For me, it's unjust the way Sevilla has been judged so far.
Hola Xavi, bona tarda. Guillermo Raspar, Iniestazo. Un futbolista que no has hablado de él en este repaso que has hecho final de mercado es Pierre-Emerick. Es cierto que hace semanas después de la salida de Nico dijiste que contabas con él.
You said that after Nico left, you counted on his presence. So far, 3 games in, he hasn't played any minutes yet. It was said that he might leave, but what's his situation? It's like what I said 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think he can help us. He's a good professional. He trains well. I like his personality. The way he plays. I think in certain moments he can help us, and he'll have to compete with Busquets, with Frenkie, with Kessié. It's going to be difficult for all these players to have minutes, but of course I count on him. You think tomorrow's game will be more difficult given the fact that Sevilla will have to win at home? Yeah, I think it'll be more intense. It'll be hard, more aggressive. This being Sevilla, they'll press us high. They can also play very direct football. They're like a chameleon. They're able to adapt to our strategy. They're a Champions League caliber team, the Sevilla. Despite just picking up 1 of 9 points, they're a great team with a great coach, and they're going to make our life difficult tomorrow for sure.
Hola Xavi, Omar Navarro para el 10 del Barça. Te quería preguntar por el lateral derecho contra el Valladolid.
I wanted to ask you about your right back. We saw Koundé.
¿Tienes claro quién va a ser
in the first games we saw Araujo? Do you already know who will play tomorrow?
Sí, lo tengo claro, salvo
yeah, I already know. If there's no setback in these final training sessions, I've got several options, but I know who will play tomorrow. Héctor Bellerín will help us as well. I have various options. It'll depend on the system and our opponents and how we want to attack and defend. But tomorrow, yeah, I know he'll play there.
Gràcies. Aquí s'entrena a les 7, primers 15 minuts oberts als mitjans.
Training session will be later at 7 in the afternoon.
Avança Betes, confia en Esta. Obre la paleta, la jugada és bona dins l'àrea, continua tot, retall de tot, la remata de gol!
Mientras tú tienes el balón, el otro no puede marcar un gol.